Hey guys, my name's Rita and welcome to Mezzo Midnight. God, it feels so good and so weird to say that at the same time. Oh, I'm just really glad to be back. And as you can see by my mug over here, today I'm here to do the second installment of Tea Talks. Once again, just like the first time, this is not tea, it's too hot, this is fresh water. But it's still great to display my beautiful mug that says, all I need are lattes and lipsticks. And if y'all are wondering, this mug is from Primark. The last time I made a video of this, it was based on an experience that happened with my friend that I found quite disturbing and quite important to talk about. Today we're going to talk about something from my own experience, from I feel like loads of people's experiences that I've witnessed online, in real life. And as you can see by the title, today we're going to chat about brands, inclusivity, and I mean brands as in clothing brands. We're also going to be talking about privileges of fitting in within society's structures. What I mean by this is, I'm going to start this video off with a question. Whenever you go somewhere, do you ever have to worry about not fitting into the structures of the place you're going to? For example, if you're flying, do you ever have to worry about not fitting into the seat or not passing through the door? Whenever you go to an event or a party, do you have to worry if there are plastic chairs that you can't sit in because they're going to break if you do? Or do you ever go to the doctor and to do a blood test or something and have to worry about maybe not being able to sit on the chair because it's too small for you and having to do your blood test standing up? If your answer to all of these questions was no, then you're privileged. And my answer to all of these questions is obviously no as well. Over the past few months, because I've also been following some amazing influencers of the body positive movement, and I came to the realization that indeed, you never having to worry about not fitting into society's size structures is a massive privilege. I myself am not a thin person. Far from that. But even still, I'm still able to go everywhere and never have to worry about these things. People who are much bigger than me have to, and I feel like this is a huge problem that it's not addressed enough. Society's structures need to change. We need to implement change so that everyone can elevate to this privilege level of never having to worry about not fitting into a chair or a plane seat. I've had a little taste of this, not even going to compare it because it's incomparable, but just to give an example, when we're in dance class and sometimes my teacher is doing a choreography or something like that, and she's like, oh, now go on top of the chair. The thing is, the chairs that my musical theatre school has are IKEA plastic chairs who are very frail, and that if someone my size were to step on them and stand up, they would fall and break. So obviously, whenever the teacher is like, stand up on a chair, I'm like, not gonna do that. Not gonna break the chair, not gonna do that, you know? It doesn't really bother me that much, it's fine. I'm not even trying to compare it because it's incomparable, because chairs are not for you to stand up in, you know? This is a very specific dance class / theatre class thing. It's not something that I ever have to worry elsewhere because, once again, chairs were not designed for you to stand up in. But still, it's an example of I would never stand up on those specific chairs because they would break. Now, I can only imagine people much bigger than me who have to worry about not being able to sit on said chairs because they would break. And sometimes at loads of cafes or events and stuff like that, plastic chairs, it's all there is. And I know they're cheaper to make, but first of all, let's spare plastic, you know? Get some decent material chairs so that you help the environment and everyone's able to sit in your chairs. It's quite simple in my opinion. And within this whole fitting in thing, we come to the clothing brand. This is going to be quite controversial, and I don't really care honestly. I'm just here to give my opinion. Someone who is fat, because I don't see any harm in the word fat, because it's a descriptive word and it quite annoys me. This is a sidebar, but also important that we've grown accustomed to use fat as an insult and thin as a compliment. You know, when you put on a bit of weight and everyone goes oh my god, you put on a bit of weight, what happened? You looked so great before. Great, so you're saying that I don't look good now? Or when you then lose on a bit away and people go, oh my god, you look so thin, you look great, like you should stay like this all the time. That's shit. I can't even fathom why this is a thing we do. Once again, I'm not talking about internet jokes like the skinny legend meme. I use that with my friends all the time, you know. Whenever someone sends me an outfit, I'm like, oh my god, you look so skinny, like, but that's a joke, you know. It's not actually to be taken seriously. What I don't like is that in actual society, people use fat as a derogatory term and thin or skinny as a positive term. Really, really thin people also get loads of shit. Never saying you don't. And sometimes people who are really thin, the word skinny is also used as a derogatory term. I know, but commonly and most frequently, fat is a derogatory term and like thin is great and what you should aspire to be. I'm here to tell you, fuck that bitch. You don't need to aspire to be thin because thin is not the only thing that equals beautiful, attractive, hot. It's not. It's not. You are beautiful at any size you currently are. Any size. And you should love yourself at any size. Because this is the only body you're ever gonna get, and like spending your life and going through years hating yourself and like feeling like shit in your own body is horrible. I'm someone who is on like the cusp sizes, as I like to call them, and I know some of y'all out there are gonna relate, and girl, we're here together. I feel ya, you feel me, it's fine. I'm still privileged because I'm still able to find really cute clothing like the crop top I'm currently wearing. I'm still able to find clothing relatively easy, so my struggles are not that bad. But if you are on the cusp like me, if you're like on that 12, 14, 16, like on that cusp, you know, between regular stores and plus size stores, you feel my struggles a lot. Sometimes you go to a regular store and you can buy a shirt, you can buy a dress, you can buy anything, then you go to the pants section and you're like, shit, they don't have my number. And for like the pants, you would have to go to a plus size store, or the opposite, because some people are thinner on the bottom part of their body. That's quite frustrating, at least here in Portugal. Oh, and I'm talking about UK sizes, by the way. Usually regular stores go up to a 14, I think, or a 12. Depending on the store, they go to a 12 or 14. It's quite a small number to go up to in your store, I feel like. I just wish stores were more inclusive and would have more sizes. Stores like Primark and I guess C&A and HEYY, like even ASOS in some items, and even Forever 21 in some aspects. Like, I mean, these last stores don't go up as high as like Primark and other stores of the sorts, but they still have more than 12. 14, you know? I feel like they're doing a great job of being really size inclusive and having all the way from size 0 to size like 20 or something. And I feel like that's great and that should be celebrated. There should be more stores doing that, like being as inclusive as possible, having as many sizes as possible, because it's not fair that just because someone is bigger that they have to spend exorbitant amounts of money just to find clothes. And I'm not even talking about clothes they necessarily like. Clothes at plus size stores are ridiculously expensive, like it's not even funny. I personally have never actually been to a physical plus size store, but I've looked at some online and it's ridiculous. For me to think that there are people who can only shop there because nowhere else can they find their size breaks my heart, because, and usually plus size clothing stores aren't even that cute. They don't even have that much variety. One thing that annoys me so much is that even stores that do carry plus size clothing, the shorts are always like down to your knee. I'm sorry, I personally don't like that. I know that there's people who love that. That's not me. I just want regular shorts like that go mid-thigh, but in my size. So yeah, it's really sad that people who can only shop at plus size stores are constricted to clothing that they might not even like, but they have to wear because it's the only thing that will fit them. Can you see how fucked up that is? Like, can you see how horrendous that is? I really think that brands need to start being more inclusive and having more sizes. Like, in this day and age, it makes no sense that your store only goes up to a 12. I'm really sorry. It doesn't. It really doesn't. If you are someone who is able to find clothing at any store ever that they ever try to go to, like you would never go to a store worried that they wouldn't carry your size, despite the being sold out. You would never go to a store like, oh shit, I have to go scavenge around to see if there's like one item that carries my size. That's probably not even in my style. You don't have to worry about that. So please, you might not like a brand, but please don't trash on it. Don't say that it's like disgusting or whatnot. Sure, the clothing might not be your style. You're entitled to that. That's great. Shop wherever you want, buy wherever you want. But please don't trash on these stores, because then people who shop at these stores, because it's the only stores that will carry their size, will feel like shit because you're saying that it's a disgusting store. And like, first of all, unless the store is doing something like really, really bad or being racist or being homophobic or sexist or whatnot, there is no reason to call a store disgusting, in my opinion. That's just rude. We should all be praising these stores who are trying to provide affordable, cute clothing to people who can't find it elsewhere. We do need to encourage these stores to keep doing what they're doing so that they will then encourage other stores to do the same thing, which is having the clothing size range expanded. That's my opinion. Maybe a little controversial. I don't really care. Finally, I want to touch on something, once again, kind of controversial. Stores like Brandy Melville, who, if you don't know, it's a one-size-fits-all clothing store. I'm pretty sure, like, from the times I've been there, most items are labeled as one-size-fits-all, or they're labeled as S/M. S/M. Do you see where my problem is? I'm sorry. But once again, I would think, in my humble ignorance, that the goal would be to expand size ranges and that the goal would always be to be as inclusive as possible. At least that's what I strive to do with my life. It's what I believe everyone should strive to do with their life. To be as inclusive as possible of everyone. Of everyone. So, for you to create a brand that literally carries a one-size-fits-all policy, I'm not trying to judge, but like... And now, here they come, everyone being like, oh my god, but you just said that like plus-size stores exist from like only a 14 or a 12, so why can't stores for thin people exist? Well, let me explain to you what the difference is, in my opinion. Plus-size stores are providing clothing for people who cannot find it in regular stores, because regular stores do not carry their size. Now stores like Brandy Melville are providing clothing for people who can already find clothing everywhere else. Usually stores like the standard is SML, some stores have extra small to extra large, but like the standard is SML, most stores, every single store has SML. So to create a clothing brand that only carries SM or one size fits all, it's ridiculous, because no, one size does not fit all, at all. It never has, it probably never will, because people are built differently. Like, there are so many shapes and sizes, like even within people who do wear a small or a medium, they are built differently, so one size would never fit all. And once again, I'm not trashing on people who shop there. If you find clothing cute there, then great for you, go ahead. Personally, whenever I have to go there with some of my friends, I will go there gladly because they have amazing decor, but personally, I don't even bother looking because like, I know that even if I find something cute, I'm not gonna fit into it. So what do? I don't bother. And then, the biggest argument of them all, but if you want to fit into clothing of the regular stores, just lose weight. No, that's not how you solve a problem, because it's not you that has to change to fit in clothing. It's clothing brands who have to change to accommodate everyone, because everyone, in my opinion, everyone at every single size that they are should be able to feel like a powerful, stunning, beautiful queen that they are, because that's what you are. Regardless what size you're at, you are a queen, and you should be able to feel as such at any size, and you should be able to wear what makes you feel confident and powerful and great about yourself. You who has to squeeze yourself into clothing. No, clothing should fit you. It's not you that has to fit the clothing. Yeah, basically this video was a little bit of a rant in hopes that someone sees it and it brings awareness to the importance of everyone feeling included into a society that we all live in, and to the importance of expanding size ranges in regular stores so that everyone can wear cute clothing and feel beautiful. That's my humble opinion. You are allowed to disagree with me, of course. That is it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully not in 8 months' time.